Good afternoon, members of Local 241 and Local 308. Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Nicole Williams, bus operator out of 103rd Street Garage.
My name's brother Eric. My name. What is this thing doing? My name is brother Eric Basir. I'm a rail car repairman out of Howard Shop.
And I'm Andre Thompson, bus operator out of 103rd. And we just want to give you a little update on the January union meeting at Local 241's office, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., January 4th, 2022.
So for those who didn't attend, this would be very important for you to listen to. So so there's some controversy going on here.
Always.
Keith Hill, you trying to tell me that you can't give the members any information about their own contract? What? You saying it's illegal for you to give us information about the contract? No, yes, it is legal for you to give us information about the contract. It's illegal for you to negotiate the contract.
I motion to end the debate.
I second it. Move on. Meeting is closed. Over.
And this is what we got to go through, members
Gotcha.
of 241 when we at the meeting. We only get once a month
Right.
to have our meeting.
Right.
And what's happening is Keith is stacking the deck against us, and he uses his executive board and stewards to make sure that we can't debate him and expose him. He makes sure that these boards and executive stewards, he makes sure that we can't continue in new business because they were motioned to end new business.
Any business.
Oh, any business.
Any
business. But ending of the meeting,
Oh.
he used new business to end the meeting.
Oh, he did switch the order too. He switched the order.
Okay. After you're only in new business, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes into new business, then you have an executive board or a steward motion to cancel the members meeting. And then Keith let that motion go through because it's coming from them when none of us wants the meeting to be canceled because we're trying to ask questions to get information.
But not even that. To take it a step further is that he stacks the room with the executive board member. He's paying them to come to the meeting when they should be representing the members. They're pushing the members on the backbone. They attend the 10 o'clock meeting. We have 4 meetings. The stewards and executive board members should attend one meeting, not necessarily the 10 o'clock meeting, because if they're getting paid to represent the members has to be the most important part of the union. Their representation comes first before anything else. But Keith Hill is allowing the stewards and executive board members to attend a 10 o'clock meeting to get his agenda passed and put the members on backbone. I brought it up to him personally. He told me I was out of order. I replied, he's out of order. You cannot take a steward or executive board member and pay them to represent members on that day, but allow them to put the members on the back burner and come to a 10 o'clock meeting and make their hearings or whatever they got going on 12 and 1 o'clock. That is absolutely wrong.
So, quick overview of what's going on. And basically, members really come to the meetings to hear Keith's report and Toy's report more so than anything because Keith is the president of the union and he's in charge of navigating our contract with the CTA. So we've been 2 years without a contract. We haven't taken any action on a contract with the membership. We taken action on safety, but there has been no action on fighting for a contract. There has been no organization on fighting for a contract. There has been no conversation on the contract. There's been a conversation in the fake conversation or vague conversation saying that, everything's going well, negotiations going good, you're going to like what we have for you. But when the members want to know exactly what it is you have, then that's when everything go black. And that's when you will get a motion to end the debate, or you just won't get any answer at all, because basically we as members have a right to the details. And if any new details pop up about negotiation, it's our life, and we're not the media, and it's our contract, and he's negotiating for our contract. So he should be able to elaborate anything that we ask him because it's 2 years in the game, and he won't tell us nothing. And this is not right.
I have a question. Did Brother Keith say anything about the 33% raise of the CTA president?
Oh, well, that whole entire meeting, unbelievably, Keith gave Doval a pass. Didn't say nothing about the 33%. But when Doval, when the media first put it out, he had 33%. Keith hurried up and put a letter out with a union logo on it talking about the 33% housing insult. But then when you had your first union meeting after this breaking news come out, he don't say a word. I mean, who is he protecting?
Well, let me elaborate on that.
Go ahead, sister.
Let me elaborate on that. Yes, Keith Hill, I don't know if he's employed by Local 241 members or the CTA. And what I'll say about that is I can back it up. Recently, brothers and sisters, members have been fired for the vaccination, which is it's close to my heart because they lost their jobs. It's tragic. Well, Keith Hill saved the CTA millions of dollars and he didn't even address the members. I have had members tell me in just conversations that they were against the vaccination. They wasn't going to take it because it was against their beliefs. While they said that, they said when they were in their hearings or they contacted Keith Hill, he told them there's nothing he can do about it. Either they can take the vaccination or they can get fired and then file a grievance. Members have stated to me that after they got terminated, they told them they could file a grievance. I think that is so low down and dirty that this union does not represent us members fairly. One option I believe he could have took is there's members who had 24 years that was forced. They don't want to lose their retirement, so they took the vaccination against everything they believed in. Or there's members who had 20 years who just walked away and got nothing. Well, this union didn't provide them with any option, and there were options out there that they should have provided them with. One being that the members should retire early to take an early retirement and take a loss of 5% of each year they didn't finish their retirement out. That way the members could have had a forever check. And then they could have went and got another job and they could have still lived. But, oh no, Local 241, not a member, executive board member, or steward gave them that option. That is wrong. Something else I like to cover with FMLA. A lot of members are getting in trouble for FMLA. And this is off topic, but I just came thought for me. CTA has one set of rules. CTA does not have a rule from 103rd Street Garage, the Howard Shop Garage. CTA is governed by one set of rules. Where some people are getting took off work 60, 90, 7, different amount of times for the same violation. Now, I'm not saying CTA is wrong for disciplining you, but if you discipline one person for one thing, you discipline them all the same way. But we have members that get special treatment, and those members are mostly the ones follow Keith Hill because he saves a job. But if one member didn't call the Reed group and they got 7 days, and every other member should get 7 days for the same offense. Not happening these days. You guys need to stand up for and hold them accountable for not doing their job. CT has one set of rules, and when you look at it, it say rules. It doesn't say bus operators. It doesn't say train operators. It say rules. And that's what we govern by. We have to stop letting them do us wrong. The union does us wrong. I personally believe Keith Hill works for CTA instead of Local 241. I'll tell him to his face. I do every meeting. So for Dovell Carter to get a 33% raise and the members hasn't got anything, it's very unacceptable. And to keep saying division and say, oh, we got something for you. Don't tell us you have nothing for us. Show us what you got for us and when we going to get it. We continuously work, do this pandemic, and we get nothing.
So okay, I want to make a statement about that real quick, too.
Yeah.
And members, Keith made a really statement that was really disheartening to me at the union meeting. He was really proud and really glad to state to the members, I want to kill a rumor. You're not getting any bonus pay. And that sounds like somebody delivering a message from their boss to the people in despair. Keith's supposed to be working for us, and what he should have been saying is, I'm going to demand that you get some bonus or some pandemic pay or some hazard pay. But Keith want to make sure he deliver bad news instead of fighting for good news, because let me say something. Can't nobody tell me I'm not going to get no pandemic pay or hazard pay or bonus pay after working in this garbage for 2 years, wearing a mask all the time, being sick. Our coworkers have died, and I'm supposed to just sit back and say I'm cool with it. No, members, we deserve something extra. We deserve something extra in our pay. The pandemic has not stopped, and so don't let nobody sit up and tell you what you're not gonna get. You tell them what you deserve, and we're gonna fight for this. Keith made that statement and didn't say anything in the fighting way on our behalf. He said something on the way for CTA, and that was disheartening to me.
Well, to piggyback, did you have something?
I just real quick, I want to interject, to give a little perspective here, and that is the leadership is you who are watching this video. It's not the people you elect. So regarding the mandate, regarding anything that affects us as workers, Keith Hill and Eric Dixon in 308 have failed the membership by not including the membership in all of the things that affect our welfare on the job. So whatever decisions, whatever ideas we come up with, we should come up with as a collective. We should not rely on the leadership, because look what happens. They sell us out.
Right.
And that's a historical thing. It's not unique to CTA.
Right.
It's all over. And
Right.
it's been that way for 100 years.
Yeah.
So we got to take control of our union and go into the meetings like Nicole and Andre do at 241, and like myself and others, Sister Cheryl, that we do at 308. It's very important that you do this so that you can take control and hold your leadership accountable. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I just want to piggyback on the question that Andre said about Keith Hill Cairn. I posed a question to Brother Hill. I said, are you aware of all the sick books that the members are taking? And I said, is it anything that you have any concerns about the uptick of the COVID, the new variant, and this thing? He said, no. His answer was, no, sick is sick. I said, but there are record numbers of operators going out sick. Are you not concerned that it could be because of it? He gonna say, no, we can't classify sick for being sick. Now, this is something new. We have members out, and knowing you don't have a leader, you don't have a follower, you don't have 4 leaders. But the president's not concerned because being sick is being sick. So he's not concerned about that. It shows you who he worked for. We have people dying from COVID.
Yeah. And he did say he's not concerned. One statement I'm going to hate to interrupt, but he did say, I'm not concerned for 308. I'm just concerned about 241.
Well,
period. That's why it's the numbers that when we ask him, what are the numbers?
Like
we should know the numbers.
Like the virus
we working in this stuff, so we should know the numbers.
But not just the numbers. My concern was when I posed the question to Brother Hill, I said, are you not concerned about the members, so many members being out sick? He didn't want to say that they could be out for COVID. He wanted to say sick is sick. Sick is sick. Sick is because no one is disinfecting like they're supposed to do. There's no PPE needs given like they should be. There's members who have COVID that's around each other. Nobody's notifying them. So we're spreading it to each other because we forced to come to work to take care of our families. And the person we elected, or the union we elected, is not concerned at all. He says sick is sick. If 500 members out sick, it's just normal. And it is not normal for 500 members to be out sick at one time. I just like to, and that was his response to my question.
And as far as the numbers going up for everybody everywhere. So that means it should be some concern for us as we operate the bus every day. It should be some organization on keeping us safe so we can continue to go to work. But instead, you got some people get 33%, and they can do it from home, be safe, and don't have to wear a mask, and protect their family. And we don't get that option. One of the questions I was posing to President Hill was the 2 o'clock meeting. A lot of members come to me and say, well, can't make the 10, but I used to make the 2, but I can't come to 2 o'clock meeting. So it's been like that for a while, y'all. Y'all know that, right? So it dawned on my mind, why is the 2 o'clock meeting being canceled, and who's canceling it? So I asked President Hill about the 2 o'clock meeting. He says because of COVID cleaning, and I want to know what was COVID cleaning. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, we got, our meetings are so long, and be almost 2 o'clock. Hold on,
wait. I just got to stop.
Go ahead.
You're out of order.
I'm sorry. I'm always out of order. Just to interject. Now, he said COVID cleaning. Now, when he was talking to you, did he have a mask on?
No, he
That's
doesn't.
it. I just want to know.
Okay, so
Whoops.
he said
I think
it
you
was for
forgot.
COVID cleaning, and you know, we don't have time because we go into the 2:00 meeting, so we cancel it for COVID cleaning. But actually, members, he cannot cancel that 2:00 meeting unless you cancel it. But he went on and canceled me, and we allowed him because nobody said nothing. I finally said something, and I'm thinking a professional cleaning crew is cleaning a meeting. He tell me, well, we got to move the chairs around and spray them down, wipe them down. I want to know, well, who's doing this cleaning? Well, guess what? Who's doing the cleaning? Now, you got to mind you, every meeting that I've been to at 10, they over before 12 because Keith ain't really trying to have these meetings where the members can really ask questions. They make sure they counsel them real quick. So they over by 12. So you got 2 more hours before the 2:00 meeting, but that's not here or there. Guess who's cleaning the COVID cleaning for you all? It's the wardens. Keith Hill stated the wardens are cleaning for the COVID. Now you got 3 big giant wardens. Don't look nothing like Hazel. Don't look nothing like the cleaning crew. Don't have nothing right on. They supposed to be the ones. They supposed to be the one doing the COVID cleaning. I told Keith I can clean this room for COVID in 5 minutes with some Lysol because he referred to the chairs. You can spray them down. You can spray the areas, and we can have the meetings. But this is what's going on, members. They stealing your meetings from you. Yeah. They stealing your union from you, and they done canceled it for COVID, and nobody took the blame, and nobody asked. But I did after probably a year of this, and that was the answer that came up, and so. We need to demand that 2:00 meeting come back because, are we any safer?
So listen to what he's saying, everybody. Okay, 308, 241. He's trying to say you have to hold your leadership accountable. You cannot let them just willy-nilly change the bylaws and do whatever they want with your meetings. Hold them accountable. This is what he's saying. He's not saying, I, Andre, am holding the leadership accountable. Pray to me and give me gifts. No, he's trying to be an example for you. Just like I and Nicole are trying to be examples. We are not exceptional people.
No, we're just the members.
We just go to the damn meetings. And guess what? There were some people outside of the meeting.
Oh, yeah, there was a protester. 308 members was outside protesting because Keith, for the 3rd month, wouldn't allow them in. But we supposed to be one ATU. And what's the big secret that they can't come in our meeting?
Look at that picture of him in front of one ATU. What is he? What a hypocrite!
Is this the same
what's
guy?
the secret? Hypocrite!
Wait, is this the same guy who said that we're not part of 308, but he invited 308 to the rally with him?
Oh yeah, but they can rally. They can rally with him, but they can't be part of the meeting.
Wait,
Keith is dividing us, y'all. And then another question was posed under new business, and this is the question that shut the meeting down under new business.
Oh, I was wondering.
I wanted to know, Keith, why are you dividing the membership? He's like, what you mean? I said, Keith, why are you dividing the membership with your Facebook Live? He was like, well, anybody could join. I said, no, that's not true. Anybody can't join it. And he said, well, that's my personal page. I said, that's your personal page. That's correct. But you talking about union business, which you should be with everybody. And this is the union meeting. That's what the union meeting is for. And if you got a personal page, it should be open to everybody. Well, they can join. I said, no, they can't. And I said, Keith, why do anybody have to join your Facebook Live to get union information? And that's when Tion Gatewood, I'm going to say some names, the executive board, put a motion on the floor to cancel the meeting. Then Keith accepted that motion and canceled the meeting. And then the meeting was over.
No more members can ask any more questions.
And
the meeting was over.
And this is sad.
And don't ask another question.
This is sad. We are struggling, dying, getting sick, and we just can't even get no information. We can't get together and be a family. We can't get together and be a strength. 308 is our family.
They are our family.
This is actually
308
our legal.
shows up to the meeting.
This is our legal sister local.
But
the contracts are negotiated together.
Yep.
They are never in the negotiating a term in the meeting without 308. So
we are one.
The leadership is really trying to play us and keep us separate far as togetherness. But then they still in together. They're negotiating together. So come on, people. We need to get involved. We need to direct our union, and the bylaws and the contract is designed for us to do that. The local is the members' locals. It's not Keith and Eric locals. They are nothing but servants.
Well,
Nothing.
let me elaborate on the cancellation of the meeting. Well, I came to realize I know why they want to cancel the meeting. They don't want the members to ask questions, and I'm gonna just put it out here. Local 241 has financial issues. Ooh. Money is missing, not accounted for. This is not nothing that I'm making up. I can show you in black and white per the
I probably wouldn't even use the word missing. The money,
it's missing.
Your money is being moved around.
It's been doubled.
And it's your money. The money is being paid out to people that you didn't approve to get paid. It's a lot of, when I looked at the monthly payroll, there's a lot of members on the payroll.
But those members,
Keith Mama is on the payroll.
Well, let me just say
when
this.
I looked at the monthly payroll.
Right, well, let me just say this. And these are the members who, the people that's on the payroll, these are the members who defend him. I just want to bring that out.
Wait a minute. You're out of order. Where did you get this from? This doesn't exist.
The books. Their names is in the books.
Are you saying that these were provided to you at the union?
Yes, they are. Yes, yes.
And nobody ever looked at those payroll books since I've been attending meetings. The only one that ever looked at them is me.
Okay, well, Dre, you're out of order because you didn't get off the subject here.
Okay,
go
ahead.
Okay,
go ahead, with your subject about.
Now, I'm going to go with this profit and loss because as I do every time I attend a meeting, you only get it if you go to the meeting. You don't get a profit and loss unless you attend the meeting.
By the way, at Local 308, we don't get any of that stuff. We're told we have to make an appointment, and then the secretary blocks us and throws up all these obstacles, so you'll never, and you just give up. But go ahead.
Well, I'm going to start off with this. The last time Toy Bauer said that...
Don't keep talking again. I just want me laugh.
Oh!
So Toy Bowers is our financial recording secretary. And
you're out of order.
I'm going to say, it's not a rumor, I've told her myself, she does not know how to do her job. She should not be the financial recording secretary because she cannot record what goes on a meeting at the union meetings properly. We've gotten complaints that the questions members have asked has been reworded. That's not right.
But she take a hell of a picture.
Right.
All right, that's it. I'm calling the police.
Come on, let her get a point out.
But in the meeting, this is not a rumor. This is not an assumption. I asked Toy Bowers. I posed this question to her. I said, I noticed. I looked at the
profit and
loss, and I noticed that we pay Chicago Federation an amount of money. Can you tell me how much the amount? Now she never told me the amount. She never told me the amount. So then I brought it to her attention. I said, well, in the month of October, in your profit and loss, you wrote a check to the Chicago Federation. And I asked, how much did you write? I said, because there's 4 different amounts. 4 different amounts for one check totaling $52,000. That was a lot of money from the members. $52,000. Now, she wrote one check with 4 different amounts. How is that possible? Then President Hill interjected. I'm not even talking to him. I'm talking to the financial recording secretary.
These 4 checks had the same check number, right?
Right. These 4 checks consist of the same check number. And I said, how is that possible? They made up a million excuses, but none of them was valid or supported that claim. Then I asked her, I said, why on your profit and loss every month, there's no same amounts. Every amount is different every month. There's nothing, like if you pay the mortgage, it might be a little bit here, a little bit there. Bless you. You need a tissue? No. Okay. So, and she says, maybe if there was a late fee. When I spoke on the late fee, I said, Toy, you just gave your report. You told me, you told all of us, all the bills were paid on time. We had so much money in the bank, and I clearly pointed out to you where it was a late fee in your profit and loss. Why are the bills being paid late? She said because of the mail. That is not an excuse. If we know what present times we are in, it is her job to send a payment off earlier, so the membership does not assess a late fee. She said, well, we got $2 million. We don't got $2 million.
And then Keith said we had $3 million. So Keith said we had $3 million.
Toy said we had $2 million.
You got 2 different amounts. But go ahead on, sister.
So there's
just
something.
$1 million. What are you complaining
just
about?
$1 million. I don't know.
It's the members' money.
It's the members'
money.
It's
the members' money. But on top of that,
but they think it's theirs.
Just to add insult to injury, they think we're so stupid. The last time we got audited, Toy wrote in her report. Oh, the audit came out right. Everything is good. Local 241 is in good standing. Lord and behold, I go investigate about the audit. I found out that the auditor suggested that Local 241 get a bookkeeper.
Wow.
And I asked Toy, I said, can you please let me know if Local 241 has a bookkeeper? President Hill interjected and said, she don't have to tell you that. Of course you do, because I'm a member and this is our money. Wow. She responded, yes. I said, for clarification purposes, does the local have a bookkeeper? Because in past practice, we have a bookkeeper. So, you know, they rush everything out. You can't finish your conversation. They're trying to end the meeting. So we went on. So just the other day, because I didn't finish asking my question, I emailed Toy Bowers. And I said, Toy Bowers, it was another question I didn't get out at the union meeting. Can you please let me know? At 241 meeting, I asked you, did we have a bookkeeper? Can you please provide me with the name of the bookkeeper? She responds, she said, yes, I have an assistant, and her name is Tanisha. Somebody that works at the union office.
Tanisha is the secretary.
I can show you the email. I can back this up.
Everybody knows who Tanisha is.
Tanisha. Yeah. And I said, you know, Ms. Bowers, you know, in the meeting, I clarified that. I didn't ask you about an assistant. I asked you about a bookkeeper. That's somebody to keep these books. Because something ain't right about these books. I want to let you know.
Because you can't keep your own books when you're the financial recording secretary. Your
title Your
title is financial recording secretary. It's not financial recording secretary plus the bookkeeper. If you keep your own books, you can cook your books, and that's my opinion.
These books are being cooked.
This is
done. Done.
This is a profit and loss. They have brainwashed the members to think that this is a financial report. This is not a financial report, and it got about 50 pages in there. What they do is throw this at the members, and the members
don't read.
They give them about 5 minutes to look over all these numbers. You can't look this over in 5 minutes. Then they vote on it and say, motion pass the financial report. And the members, of course, the board passes it because they're in the meeting. The members is confused. You can't even look at this in 5 minutes. So everything would come to money. It's okay. But you can't look at this.
But Andre, you are out of order.
Wait a minute. Let me
excuse me, sir.
You're out of order.
The police are going to be here in about 15 minutes.
Let me get with this point, though, and I'm going to let y'all have it.
So you better hurry up.
This is the profit loss. This is Toy's financial report. And, of course, you got a beautiful picture. And you got a whole bunch of writing from the financial report. Ain't no numbers in here. And this is not a financial report. This is just a bunch of
This is not a financial report either. This is not
a financial report. This
because
is a profit and loss.
This is a lot of double talking that no one's listening. Now, you're out of order, and I want the quarterback. Okay, sir?
Don't worry, the police are on their way.
Thank you, because he's out of order. So anyway, in my email, because she said she had an assistant, I wrote back to her, and I can supply this email if anybody don't believe me. Okay. I said, well, since you don't understand my question, and I thought I clarified it at the union meeting, I'm going to pose this question. Does Local 241 have a bookkeeper that was suggested by the last audit? The last audit of Local 241 suggested that Local 241 hire a bookkeeper. Now, I don't know. Tanisha's not a bookkeeper. No, she's been working there for years. We need to know what our money is doing. Everything. This is not an answer. I can tell you. You guys go over and look for yourself. If you balance your bank book, you can't balance this profit and loss because it does not make sense. I've called Toy out. I even called her on something about the reimbursement of cell phones. Now, she told me this was crooked to me too. I asked her about this because it has a different amount every month. I said, why every month is it a different amount for reimbursement of cell phones to the executive board, the officers, and the stewards? She said, because maybe they turn in their time slips late. I said, no. If they turn in their time slips late, they don't get paid.
Straight across the board.
Right, it's 75. If it's the same amount every month, it should be the same amount. If they don't turn it in on time, they don't get paid. If you turn in your paperwork in CTA late, they're not going to pay you, and they're going to give you a violation. So why are we going to let them take our money and do what they want? Members, please get involved. This is important. If you balance your checking account, your personal checking account, you can balance this, and something is not right with this alleged profit and loss.
Take these home and get 2 of them for 2 months and look them. There are a lot of inconsistencies.
Nothing's the same.
It's a lot of inconsistencies. It's a lot of money being moved around. a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of blank entries that you would never, that the entry should be clear for you to understand. They're not showing.
You said something earlier before we recorded about a credit union, and you said something about computer equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, can you two?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the credit union. Members, our bank has always been an amalgamated bank, and it's always held millions of dollars. The bylaws say you're supposed to keep your money in the bank. Toy had moved, Keith and Toy and whoever have moved the money. They moved it to a credit union, and the credit union is named.
74, right?
The credit union is named.
I thought it was 74.
New Credit Union or something like that.
New checking. I said new checking.
No,
Don't tell you where it say new
It say
checking.
new. No, it say new union checking. That's what it
Right,
says.
new union checking.
New union checking.
Wow.
We don't know what that is.
Never heard of that.
If that's a bank or whatever. But when you move large amount of money like this, you're supposed to really know. I should have understood this. I'm a member. I'm going every month. How come I don't understand?
But why was it
about
wrong to
this
you that
money?
it's moving the
And why
money?
would they move? Why did they move the money out of Amalgamated Bank into New Union Checking? I don't know. We don't even know who New Union Checking is.
That's not.
It's still
that's not
money in
a bank
Amalgamated Bank, but it's only like $30,000. It was supposed to be like $2 million in there. So they took
$3 million for the kids.
So they took $2 million out and put it in someplace else, and we don't know nothing about it. They moving the money around. As far as I'm concerned, when I'm looking at these profit and loss, it's a lot of moving the money.
So members,
go
ahead.
members
So
should email this financial secretary treasurer and ask her what's up with that. That's all.
Yeah, that's that simple. And,
all we need
but
to
I
know.
can tell you, I personally asked her, and she just sits there and look dumb. Like,
Oh yeah, when I did ask about what I asked about because she was looking.
anything.
I was really asking about the financial report. I let her know this is not a financial report, and why y'all approving this? This ain't nothing but profit and loss, and they just looking at each other.
That's
So
not
what
even a
about-
profit and loss, sir.
What about the computer?
They say profit and loss.
So we were looking at the profit and loss, and it was just something simple as like computers, and it was like $400, and one month it was $400, one month it was $200. Well, I'm confused. I'm gonna send an email to Toy and ask her, what are you paying for computers? Because I think the local should own the computers.
Nah. Well, the computers, yeah, the computers. Yeah, I thought
You
you
don't
had the
think
copies.
you own the computers?
No, you should own the computers.
You should own the computers. Oh, you should own the copiers too, because if we gotta pay
No, you
attention.
don't want to own the copies.
Well, this is what
Wait. The point is, though, we just need to know.
we just need to know.
What the heck is this for?
What
Just
is
break
this
it
for?
down,
Let's
right?
break it down. But
Yeah.
here's what she do. And something else, if you look at this alleged profit and loss, she don't write. Sometimes she write in a check number. Sometimes she don't. That means she get to fiddle with the money. If you can't, because we can't reference it to anything. That's why you need a bookkeeper. So when you go ask the bookkeeper, this $5,000 payment,
Right.
show me the check, show me the bill, you can reference it. That's why they don't have a bookkeeper, because they don't want you to know where the money is going to. They can just say it was written by check. Any business writing checks to people should reference a bank number. And moving forward, the next meeting I'm going to ask for her to now start doing her profit and loss with the bank number, because as members we have a right to know where the money is going.
And another thing about your money, we have to reference Keith. This is coming out the president's mouth. The members is now spending money for the vice president for some a sexual
The
assault.
first vice president.
The first vice president for a sexual assault case.
Uh-oh.
And wait,
Keith,
Andre, wait. Let me do
Uh-oh.
that, because you know they're gonna try to get on you about
Okay.
that. Let me just say something.
But
It was what
This
I know.
understanding came from Keith's
That's
mouth.
what I want to say. He's well within his rights to say that, because he asked the president, which is a member's right to ask the president these questions. He's not targeting the first
Right.
vice president.
Yeah,
He's not targeting Keith Hill or any officer. This is the right of a member to ask about the member's money. So don't take it off like he's targeting or putting his personal business out, because it's not his personal business. It happened on union time, CTA time.
And I was wondering though, I want to know why was money being spent on that? He said yes, it is. And I want to know, well, why is the members' money being spent on sexual assault case for the vice president? He said, well, it was in the process of his duties, you know.
Right.
So, you know, I'm just keeping it real. In my mind, one of your duties is not to sexual assault anybody, but
Well, just to
That's
pose
what
the
the-
question.
so I didn't know who it was at that particular time. So I asked the question, well, which officer is it? He said it's the vice president.
He did.
So now we have your money being spent on this issue, and against, I don't know if it's a member, I don't know if it's a guy, I don't know if it's a woman, I don't know if somebody that he was, outside while he was doing his duties. We have no idea who that person is, but this is your money, and it's don't supposed to be spent like that.
Right. And to piggyback off of that, I asked the president, I said, what is the union's position on sexual harassment and harassment in the workplace and within the union? The president said it will not be tolerated. He said it's unacceptable and it would not be tolerated. But I was a little confused how it wouldn't. Or the president use the money to support his case if it's not tolerated.
And but then when it's happening to the member, do the member get to use the money of the members to help the member? Yeah,
the attorney to use.
No. Are we able to use attorneys
with our money?
With our money, but they're using our money to defend the vice president at this particular time. Right. And we need to, because this has taken place, the members have a right to all this information now because it's your money. And another thing that the members got to understand, an NDA was signed by the president.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Non-disclosure agreement was signed by the president and by the vice president. 2 different disclosures. If once those disclosures were signed with a member, you have a right to all that information because that's the member money. And when he signed it against somebody else, you still have a right to understand where that money went. So we need to understand where that money and who was it signed against, and how much of that money went out.
And it should have been a vote to the members.
It should have been a vote.
Not the executive board, right? It should have been a members how we spend our money. And I wasn't a part of that vote. Was you a part of that vote?
I wasn't a part of that.
Okay, because I wasn't a part of it, So just
so
want to make sure. So
we got a lot of stuff going on other than the lack of information that we supposed to have for our contract.
Well, just forget the information, the lack of respect. Respect our money that we contribute to this union. Mm-hmm. That's basically what it is, because no one wants to be an officer for free but us. We the only one that does stuff for free. but they are getting paid. This is a business. It's not a friendship. You my friend, but when you do wrong, I call you out, and I hope vice versa, you as well. So even if we disagree, I respect you enough to do the work that we do. And that's what they should do.
Okay, check this out. I'm just going to... I went through all the questions on the old business that I put out there, but there's one more question on the old business.
Motion to end this.
That I want to put out to the membership, and this is really important to the membership. The members are being turned off from coming to the union meeting by the president, in my opinion, because when you don't have parking, what you're supposed to have parking when you attend the union meeting, we don't have parking. We haven't been having parking for months, and every time I come down, I have to pay for parking. And when I asked the president months ago, he said he's working on it. And when I asked the president, now you got to remember, this was months ago, before August. Now we in January. Basically, I was 4 months into last year. When the new year, asked him again, and he didn't say anything. He said, "Point well taken."
He'll look into it. I think he said he might look into it.
We need parking. That's part of making you want to come down, and your president making sure that you got parking. That's another problem. And so I just want to go into the last questions on my new business, because I wasn't able to answer them in new business. And one of my questions in new business was, I wanted to go into the stolen money. That never got answered. The stolen money was $120,000 of the members' money that was stolen. That's old business. We never knew who stole the money. We don't know nothing about the investigation. So we need to get that out there.
Well, we got to put that in with this profit and loss. Money's just being missing everywhere. Right?
Another thing under new business that I want to ask, when I looked at the monthly payroll, I want to know what tax was the members doing to get paid. You got a lot of members that's getting paid they on union payroll, and his mother was one of them. I want to know what was she doing. And you can pay them. The union can pay retirees. The union can take a member off and have them do whatever. And I just want to know, what was it? Because a lot of these members that I saw that was in the book, them the main ones that be fighting and lying on me half the time. Every time I say anything, I'm getting a mouthful. So I'm trying to figure out what these members are doing to get paid.
Well, let me ask you this. So what you're saying is that members have jobs at the union and they're on a payroll. And
I don't know if it's a job, but they get taken off the bus. and
to
get
do
paid by
to
the
do
union.
something.
Right, to do something.
Now, I've always thought that in past practices that those type of jobs, I consider them jobs, should have been and was for members who lost their job. There shouldn't be a job for people who's currently working. Shouldn't we get those?
That's different.
But I'm saying, but shouldn't
But
we?
you could take members off to do a task for the
Okay,
union.
I'm saying you can do that, but shouldn't we
They
allow
can't have a
those
job.
jobs? I'm saying, but shouldn't we pay members who lost their job to come in and do those type of things?
No,
You don't
can't
think
do
so?
that.
Why
Can't do
not?
that. Can't do that. Can't. I'm just checking.
I mean, but if the membership votes for that,
Right.
Here's the key: is that here's what we're getting.
Because you get paid
right?
lost time.
Right, but I'm saying, can't we do something for the members who lost their
Yeah,
job?
Yeah, you could do
Why-
something
why-
to get their
why-
job back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we working
You
on
get their
that.
job back.
But why
You
they
can
don't
protect
have their
them from
job?
losing their job.
Right, while we working on that, shouldn't we give them those to come share pay?
Well, you could discuss that with the
I
president.
am. I'm gonna bring it, but I just thought it would be a good idea.
Here's the other thing about that is that when we do that, it helps reduce the corruption because release time or time off that you're paid through your union is like a drug.
Right.
And it makes you addicted to it. And
Yeah.
then you will start to obey the person giving you the money,
Right.
which
Matter
would
of
be the
fact,
officers.
You know what's
But
really
if you're
strange?
fired unjustly or whatever the reason is, hey man, I'm struggling to make it. Well, come on down.
Yeah,
we have office work. We gotta do COVID
We can
cleaning.
do miscellaneous. Yeah, COVID clean, miscellaneous.
And I saw some of the retirees. I saw.
Don't be naming no names.
I'm okay. I won't say
Don't
that.
name no names.
Some of the retirees I saw, they was part of the Jefferson administration. That was on there.
Yeah, didn't they
Nigga.
get trustees?
They got trustees.
And they back the
Some
same
of them-
people are back in like.
Well, I saw. I just
Don't
saw.
say
I saw.
no
I ain't
names.
gonna say
Don't
no
say
name
names.
there. I saw their name on there. They was part of Jefferson administration. That now they on the union payroll some type of way.
So
I
that
don't know
does
what they
mean
doing. I don't
that
know what
could-
they doing.
So that does mean they can give the money to some people who lost their job.
He's
Yeah.
retired. He didn't lose his job.
But he was He was under the trusteeship.
Like I said, discuss that with the
Yeah.
president.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
just giving
I'm
you
out
the
of order.
facts. I'm
I'm
just
always
giving you
out
the
of
But
order.
I
I agree.
like that. I agree.
I'm
with
giving
you.
you
I agree
facts.
with you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what else, real quick, that I could think of that was under new business?
Oh well,
that
I have
just
some.
changed?
While you thinking about it,
Go ahead.
while you thinking that, one thing that was oppressive to me at the union meeting, and there was a brother who does not. Oh, well, he doesn't work for the company. The brother who.
Oh, yeah.
So he didn't work for the company, but
He's
one
still
thing,
a member.
But he's still a member because if
He
you
got a
lost your
grievance on
job and you got a grievance on. It was his first meeting, and
No, that brother worked. The one with the
no,
company.
Perry told. Excuse
No,
me.
he
No.
worked for the- he worked for the company.
Listen. Perry told me he lost. You know. Okay,
Oh.
so I'm gonna go with what I.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm
Well,
just
we
gonna
just
say.
go with Nicole's statement.
No, we're just gonna go with. There was a member there. It was their first time in a union meeting, and he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to conduct himself, and the executive board and Mr. Hill took time out to try to help him. They don't try to help me, but they help him. It was impressive to me. I thought if they could do that all the way around the board, that was a good step.
They
But
try
they
to
don't
humiliate
invite us
you.
to. Yeah, but,
And disrespect you.
well, that's okay.
Well,
I'm
you
a
make
big
a good
girl.
point.
I'm a big girl. I can stand up for myself. I've been in union meetings before. I don't need any help. If I do, I'll resort to you guys, where I know you'll help me. But I thought that was impressive. The member stated this to me. He said, it seems like there's a little tension between the officers and the members. And I replied to the member. I said, no, sir. This is our meeting. They don't run it. They're here to chair it. They don't run our meeting. We run our own meeting. So there's no tension here. This is our meeting, and we direct it how we want.
I'd like to correct you on that, Nicole.
Welcome.
I'm going to go with the tension because, yes, it's tension because the members don't have any back pay. The members don't have any pandemic pay, bonus pay. And yes,
I
we've
agree.
been without a meeting for
I
contract for
agree,
2
but
years, so
there's
it's a little
no
tension.
There's
And we
no
want
tension.
information.
No, there's no tension in our meetings because it's our meeting.
It's our meeting.
So if we're angry or whatever,
Okay.
we're well within our
We're
rights
within our
because
rights.
that's our meeting.
So
we really just want information.
Here's what y'all should know: 241 and 308. Conflict is necessary, and it's not a bad thing. Debate is good for union democracy. Look at them debating right now.
Right.
Has she pulled out her phone or he pulled out his phone to call the cops?
911, let me call them.
See?
Oh,
You
Or
so
the-
out
or
of
the
order. You so
manager.
out of order. You always out of order.
You know, they're not calling the manager on each other. They're not assaulting each other. They're sitting right next to each other. They disagree. He's not picking her up out of her seat to move her out of the building.
Pushing on her face.
Yeah, you know,
Ooh,
sticking.
assaulting her, criminally assaulting her.
Yeah.
Which this young lady has been criminally assaulted by a union official.
Yeah, me too.
Top union official. Me
too. Yeah. It's so everybody, you know, this is good.
It's
This
very
is
good.
good.
It's very
We
good.
need some tension at our meetings because it's our meeting. It's the membership meeting. It is not the union leadership meeting.
And that's why you express your concerns at.
Guess what, y'all? My last and final question on the new business, and I forgot it.
But
But
wait a
sometimes,
minute, Eric was talking. You know, Eric. Okay, wait, talking about the call the cops. This is getting out of control.
Call the cops. I'm getting tired.
I'll let you talk.
But sometimes you
about
listen. Check this out, Nicole. Y'all gonna love this one. Sometimes you forget your question under new business because I'm wearing it. 33%. I could never get it out.
Yeah.
Because they canceled the meeting, and Keith never mentioned it the entire meeting about Dorval Carter getting 33% raise, and we're not getting nothing. And where we at with that? And why did that happen? So somebody's protecting somebody, and it never came out, unfortunately.
Well, the last thing I want to say, are you finished? I don't
I'm
be out of
finished.
order because
I'm
I'm
done.
always out of order.
Out of
I'm
order.
done.
What I want to say is, if you have a question, a concern, or anything, the place to address it is at the union meetings. It's not here with us right now. It's at the union meetings. The smallest thing, the biggest thing, if you're concerned about pandemic pay, contract, if you're just discouraged about your work location, how you're being treated, the place to address that is at the union meeting. And I was for say, you never hear Keith Hill or any officer say, come down to the meeting. We know they don't want you there.
They sure don't.
They don't want you there. But
No.
you should attend. You should.
No. Can I say on behalf of my sisters and brothers who care about Local 241 that are in 308, we invite you to I am inviting you to our mass membership meeting this Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Please come to 112th and Western. Boss Dixon will be there. Apparently he's made a deal with Boss Hill to ban 241 members from entering our meeting. If you go and he turns you away, please document it. Let us know at the Justice Coalition.
Right.
We are building up binders of charges on these people.
Yeah.
And so the more that you complain about them keeping you 241 from participating in 308, we're the same union, we're the same company, we're at the same contract, and we all are dying together, we're struggling together.
We're rallying together.
We're rallying, we protest together, officially, unofficially.
We're stronger together.
Exactly. That's how we win. So please come to the meeting. Also, we're going to be putting some motions for action, which you guys were planning on doing, but he'll adjourn the meeting.
Oh, yeah, he just...
Yeah, so, take over the meeting, members, 241, 308.
Because it's our meeting.
And any last departing words until our next unofficial report? Go.
No, we just need... Oh, go. You out of order.
I'm just
You
saying.
just out of
No,
order.
you go.
You go.
I was saying,
You go.
ladies first.
You go.
Ladies
You
first.
go.
Ladies first.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Just kidding. We're not arguing. We're just
Ladies first.
I don't have anything else.
All right,
It's 10
meeting is
minutes.
adjourned there. Okay.
That's how I spoke. That's how I use
Well,
it.
I want to say something. I think
No, you can't say anything. It's meeting
You're out of
adjourned.
order. We adjourned the meeting.
I'm
We're talking
saying.
about the meeting's
the
over.
meeting adjourned. Well,
No, go ahead.
No, I don't have anything. I
She
just
really
want-
don't have nothing to say.
I really don't have anything to say.
Okay,
I think
all
I
right,
said a lot.
so you go.
Members, you gotta understand. You gotta come together. We gotta come together. We gotta run and direct the leadership.
Yeah.
Keith Hill and Boss Dixon, they're sellouts, and it's proven.
Yeah.
And you have to come together, and you have to direct the union. You have to direct them, and it's really a waste of time to almost like direct them because they own some other direction. They with somebody else.
Yeah.
So we have to come together and run this local. It's our local.
Yeah.
The union is designed for members to actually run the local, and you need to come and run it. And if you get mad and talk that garbage in the training room, it's not going to help you. You make comments on Facebook, it's not going to help you. You need to come and participate. I'm there every month. She's there every month. He's there every month. We need more members to witness because at the union meeting, you can get mad if you want and don't come. The deck is being stacked against you because he have his executives there the stewards, take them off work. They're in the meet, and they vote against your interests every month.
Every month, and at the 308,
And they don't take many of them. It's only like 10 of them. It's only like 10 of them.
Yeah, 308. We can.
And it's like 5 of us. So guess what? We getting hammered.
So
and it's 6,000 members, and we really need thousands of people to
7,000.
participate.
Oh wait a minute, probably
It's 6,000. It's 6,000.
It's probably everybody. It's probably 6,000.
But when you include 308 and 241 members
over
together,
10,000.
it's 9,000. So understand, we're a big local. The members, they scared of us.
yes,
We can do this, y'all. Come together. Let's learn what we supposed to learn, and let's get ready to hit the pavement and take an action and get together. Let's organize. Let's learn. Let's run the local. They ain't nothing but servants. We don't have to wait till election
And
time
that's
to
why
get
we
rid
get
of
the
them.
housing
We
back. That's
just
why
can
we
just
get
run
that.
the local.
yeah. So get your 308 members. Come on down. We're gonna be doing some revolutionary stuff. We're gonna take control of this local. We're gonna rip it from the slimy hands of Boss Dixon and Deborah Lane. And we
They don't
are.
care anyway.
She's retired.
She's retiring. They don't care. And
Dixon
in
probably is
241, same thing. Rip that local from Hill's hands. You can do it in one meeting. In one meeting. Take control of your union. It's ours. It's revolution now, not revolution later. Ready?
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm out. Peace.
All right. And
I just text Chris and tell
I
him,
gotta go to the airport.
That's the problem. I told you.
I ain't gotta go to the bathroom. I said I gotta